Before I even try to explain what hurts, I want to admit something honestly in your presence, God. There are days when the pain inside me feels louder than the world around me. I can smile. I can answer messages. I can keep moving. But beneath all that motion, there is a place in me that feels bruised, tired, and overwhelmed. And I have come to this moment because I do not want to carry that alone anymore. There is a kind of emotional pain that does not show on the outside, but it shapes everything. It shapes the way I think. It shapes the way I trust people. It shapes how I expect the future to treat me. It shapes how quickly my mind runs to the worst-case scenario. It shapes how guarded my heart becomes, and how easily peace slips away. And today, I am not here to pretend I am fine. I am here because I need your healing. God, I want to begin this day differently. Not by forcing strength. Not by pushing past my feelings. Not by numbing what hurts. I want to begin by turning toward you with honesty, because you are not threatened by my emotions. You are not uncomfortable with my tears. You are not distant from my wounds. You are present, and you are gentle, and you are able to restore what has been depleted. Today, I anchor myself in your word. The scripture says in Isaiah chapter 58, verse 11, "The Lord will guide you continually, and satisfy your soul in drought, and strengthen your bones. You shall be like a watered garden, like a spring of water, whose waters do not fail." As I let that verse settle into my heart, I feel something soften in me. It acknowledges drought. It acknowledges seasons where the soul feels dry, where the inner life feels drained, where joy feels scarce and strength feels thin. It does not shame me for being in that place. It speaks into it. It promises that even in drought, you satisfy the soul. Father, this is what I need. I need my soul to be satisfied. I need guidance that does not abandon me when I feel confused. I need strength that reaches deeper than motivation. I need restoration that is not temporary relief but steady renewal. I need to become like a watered garden again, because right now, parts of me feel dry. God, I admit that emotional pain can feel like a drought in the soul. It is not just sadness. It is depletion. It is the feeling of being emotionally overdrawn, like I have given more than I have received, carried more than I can manage, and smiled through more than I should have had to. It is the feeling of being tired inside, even when the day has barely started. And what makes it harder, Father, is that sometimes emotional pain is layered. It is not just one wound. It is several, stacked over time. A disappointment that never fully healed. A season that changed me. A relationship that left scars. A loss that forced me to become someone new before I felt ready. And it is all tangled together, so even when one area improves, another aches. You see every layer, God. You see the first wound and the last one. You see the moments I did not talk about. You see the times I tried to be strong for others while quietly falling apart inside. You see the ways I have adapted, the ways I have protected myself, and the ways I have closed off parts of my heart just to survive. And still, you promise to guide me continually. That word continually means I am not abandoned in the middle of my healing. I am not left alone in the confusing parts. I am not expected to figure it all out by myself. You guide me, not once, not occasionally, but continually. That means even today, even in this moment, even with the emotions I cannot fully explain, you are guiding me. Father, there are days when my mind feels overwhelmed by emotion. I can't always tell where the heaviness is coming from. I just feel it. I feel it in the way I wake up already tense. I feel it in the way I overthink small things. I feel it in the way my chest tightens when I remember something painful. I feel it in the way certain words, certain places, or certain tones can suddenly bring the past back into the present. You know how anxiety attaches itself to emotional pain. Pain creates fear, and fear creates vigilance, and vigilance creates exhaustion. I have lived in that cycle at times. I have lived as if I must stay alert because something could hurt me again. And even when nothing dangerous is happening, my body can still act like it is bracing for impact. God, I bring that to you. I bring the anxiety that has grown around my pain. I bring the mental noise that keeps me from resting. I bring the thoughts that spiral late at night, the ones that replay conversations, the ones that imagine rejection, the ones that prepare for disappointment. I bring the fear that tries to convince me that peace is not safe. And I return to your word. You will guide me continually, and satisfy my soul in drought. Father, I need you to satisfy my soul, because so often I have tried to satisfy it in other ways. I have tried to distract myself. I have tried to stay busy. I have tried to numb the ache by filling my life with noise. I have tried to rush healing, to move on quickly, to pretend the hurt is smaller than it is. But none of that satisfies the soul. It only delays the healing. You satisfy the soul, God. Not by pretending the drought is not real, but by meeting me in it. You satisfy the soul with your presence, your peace, your truth, and your care. You satisfy the soul by reminding me that I am not alone and not forgotten. You satisfy the soul by restoring what pain has drained. Father, when you say you will strengthen my bones, I feel hope rise. Bones represent structure, support, strength that holds everything together. Emotional pain can make me feel weak at the core, like my inner support has been compromised. Like my confidence is fragile. Like my resilience has been worn down. But you promise to strengthen what is deep, not just what is visible. God, I want that kind of healing. I don't want to simply feel better for a moment and then collapse again later. I want strengthening that lasts. I want the inner stability that comes from being rooted in you. I want my mind to be steadier. I want my heart to be softer without being unprotected. I want to feel safe enough to breathe fully again. And Father, I want to apply this to my real day, not just my prayer. I want to carry this truth into my responsibilities and my relationships. I want to bring your promise into the places where pressure is highest. Because emotional pain does not live in isolation. It follows me into meetings, into errands, into family conversations, into quiet moments at night, into the way I manage time and the way I handle stress. There are practical pressures that feed emotional pain too. Sometimes the heart is already wounded, and then life adds weight. Responsibilities, deadlines, family needs, work stress, financial strain. The constant calculations of what I can afford, what I can't, what might happen if something unexpected comes up. Those pressures can make emotional pain feel even heavier, because they remove the sense of safety and replace it with constant concern. God, you know what it is like to live with that pressure hovering in the background. You know how it affects my sleep. How it affects my mood. How it affects my patience. How it affects my confidence. When finances are tight or uncertain, it is harder to relax. It is harder to feel secure. It is harder to believe that rest is allowed. And emotional pain grows louder when the mind is already stressed. So I bring that part of my life to you too, Father. I bring the worries that feel practical but become spiritual burdens. I bring the fear of not having enough. I bring the stress of bills, obligations, and responsibilities. I bring the moments when I feel ashamed that I am still struggling. I bring the times when I feel pressure to appear okay even when I'm worried inside. And I return to your word again. You satisfy my soul in drought. You strengthen my bones. You make me like a watered garden. A watered garden does not become watered by striving. It becomes watered by a source. A spring. A flow. Something consistent and faithful. God, I want you to be that source in my life. Not occasionally, but continually. I want your presence to be the steady supply that keeps my inner world from collapsing under pressure. Father, I confess that emotional pain has made me distrustful at times. Not just of people, but of outcomes. I expect disappointment. I prepare for loss. I assume that if something good happens, it will not last. I hold joy with one hand and fear with the other. And that is exhausting. I want you to heal that pattern in me. I want to believe that good is possible again. I want to believe that joy can return without being stolen. I want to believe that peace is not fragile. I want to believe that I can be hopeful without being naive, and open without being unsafe. God, I need you to meet me in the place where my heart learned to protect itself. Because protection is not always the same as healing. Protection can keep me from feeling, from connecting, from trusting. Healing gives me a safer heart, not a harder one. Healing makes me strong enough to be tender again. Your word says you guide me continually. That means you guide me through the places that are uncomfortable. You guide me through grief. You guide me through vulnerability. You guide me through the slow work of restoration. You do not demand that I skip steps. You do not shame me for needing time. You guide me continually. Father, there are moments when I feel guilty for still hurting. I wonder why I am not over it. I wonder why triggers still exist. I wonder why I can be fine for weeks and then suddenly feel the ache again. But you do not shame me for healing slowly. You stay with me through the ups and downs, through the progress and the setbacks, through the calm days and the heavy ones. God, I surrender the pressure to heal perfectly. I surrender the idea that healing should look neat and predictable. I surrender the belief that faith means I should never feel pain. I surrender my timeline to you, because you are not rushed, and you are not careless. And now, Father, I pray more deeply, letting my heart speak without editing itself. Father, I open my heart to you. I bring the specific pains I can name, and the ones I cannot. I bring the disappointments that still hurt when I remember them. I bring the moments I felt abandoned, overlooked, or misunderstood. I bring the words that stayed with me. I bring the seasons that drained me. I bring the losses I did not know how to grieve properly. I bring the moments when I felt I had to be strong, even when I was breaking inside. I bring the times when I felt alone in a room full of people. I bring the ache I kept hidden, the questions I never said out loud, and the fear that healing might never fully come. Guide me continually, God. Guide my mind when it starts spiraling. Guide my heart when it starts closing. Guide my emotions when they feel overwhelming. Guide my thoughts back to truth when fear tries to take control. Guide me when I am tempted to isolate. Guide me when I am tempted to numb myself. Guide me when I am tempted to believe that my pain defines my future. Satisfy my soul in drought. Where my inner life feels dry, pour your presence. Where my joy feels depleted, restore it gently. Where my hope feels thin, strengthen it quietly. Where my heart feels tired, comfort it. Where I feel emotionally empty, meet me with your fullness. Where I feel unseen, remind me that you see me. Strengthen my bones. Strengthen what supports me on the inside. Strengthen my resilience. Strengthen my faith. Strengthen my ability to keep going without breaking. Strengthen my ability to love without fear. Strengthen my ability to trust without constantly bracing for pain. Strengthen the part of me that flinches when the past returns. Strengthen the part of me that wants to believe again, even after disappointment. Father, make me like a watered garden. I want my inner world to be nourished again. I want peace to grow where anxiety has been taking space. I want gratitude to grow where worry has been ruling. I want patience to grow where irritability has been rising. I want joy to return, not forced, but natural. Not loud, but steady. I want my heart to feel like a place where life can grow again. God, I confess that sometimes I have tried to heal by pretending. By acting fine. By staying strong. By pushing forward without processing. But today, I choose honesty. I choose surrender. I choose to let you do the deep work, even if it takes time. Father, I also surrender the financial pressures that intensify my emotional pain. I surrender the fear that I will not have enough. I surrender the constant mental calculations. I surrender the stress that follows me into quiet moments. I ask you to give me wisdom and steadiness. Help me be responsible without being anxious. Help me work diligently without being driven by fear. Help me trust you with my finances without expecting unrealistic outcomes. Teach me to take wise steps and still rest in your provision. And satisfy my soul so that I am not chasing security in places that cannot hold me. God, when I feel overwhelmed, remind me that you guide me continually. When I feel dry inside, remind me that you satisfy my soul in drought. When I feel weak, remind me that you strengthen my bones. When I fear running out, remind me that you are a spring of water whose waters do not fail. Father, I acknowledge that healing may require me to release certain habits. The habit of overthinking. The habit of self-protection. The habit of rehearsing worst-case scenarios. The habit of carrying everything alone. The habit of speaking harshly to myself. The habit of assuming the worst. I ask you to help me release what keeps me stuck. I surrender control, God. I surrender the need to heal on my timeline. I surrender the need to feel emotionally perfect. I surrender the need to protect myself through fear. I surrender my pain into your hands, trusting that you are gentle and wise. I surrender the impulse to shut down when I feel too much. I surrender the need to appear okay when I am not. I surrender the fear that if I feel it, it will consume me. I surrender it all. And Father, I speak faith into the places where my emotions have felt heavy. I declare that my mind can be renewed. I declare that peace can grow again. I declare that my heart can be restored. I declare that I am not trapped in the patterns of pain. I declare that healing is possible because you are faithful. I declare that I will not be defined by what hurt me. I will not be ruled by anxiety. I will not be controlled by fear of the future. I will not live in drought forever. I will be like a watered garden. I will be sustained by your Spirit. I will be guided continually. I will be strengthened deeply. God, I declare that the wounds of my past will not write the ending of my story. I declare that you are rewriting what pain tried to steal. I declare that what was broken can be restored. I declare that my heart can learn safety again, not through control, but through trust. I declare that the Lord is guiding me continually, not just in my actions, but in my healing. Father, even now, I ask you to help me notice what is changing. Maybe healing begins as a small shift. A calmer breath. A softened thought. A moment of peace. A gentle release of tension. A day where I do not spiral the way I used to. A moment where I respond with patience instead of panic. Help me honor those small signs. Help me not despise gradual progress. Help me trust that you are working even when it feels slow. God, I want to carry this truth into my day. When pain rises, I will return to you. When anxiety speaks, I will listen for your truth. When worry about provision tries to dominate my thoughts, I will remember your guidance and your care. When my emotions feel heavy, I will not isolate. I will pray. I will breathe. I will trust. Father, I am not asking for a life without emotion. I am asking for a heart that is safe in you. A mind that can rest. A soul that can be satisfied. A strength that can endure. A spirit that can hope again. And God, I ask you for practical grace for today. Grace for my conversations, so I don't carry every tone or word as a threat. Grace for my work, so I can focus without pressure consuming me. Grace for my responsibilities, so I carry them with steadiness instead of fear. Grace for my boundaries, so I can rest without guilt. Grace for my body, so I can feel calm again. Grace for my sleep, so my mind can quiet down. Grace for my heart, so it can soften and open again. I ask you to guide me continually when I feel triggered. When an old memory tries to rise, guide me back to safety. When I feel the urge to withdraw, guide me toward healthy connection. When I want to numb the pain, guide me toward healing. When I want to be hard on myself, guide me toward compassion. Satisfy my soul in drought, Father. In the moments when I feel empty, fill me. In the moments when I feel lonely, comfort me. In the moments when I feel tired, renew me. In the moments when I feel afraid, steady me. Let your presence be the water that nourishes my inner life. Strengthen my bones, God. Strengthen the deepest parts of me that carry the weight of living. Strengthen my resilience when life feels heavy. Strengthen my courage when hope feels risky. Strengthen my faith when healing feels slow. Strengthen my heart so I can trust you fully, not just with words, but with the tender places inside me. Father, make me like a spring of water whose waters do not fail. Let my life become steady again. Not perfect, but nourished. Not untouched by pain, but restored. Not free from challenges, but filled with peace. God, there is a part of me that fears healing because it means acknowledging what happened. It means admitting I was hurt. It means letting myself feel what I avoided. But I trust that you are gentle. I trust that you will not overwhelm me. I trust that you will guide me continually, one step at a time. So I choose to walk forward today with you, step by step. I choose to trust you with the healing process. I choose to let you restore me from the inside out. I choose to believe that your waters do not fail. And now I release the need to manage everything. I release the need to control my emotions. I release the need to predict the future. I release the belief that I must always be strong. I release my pain into your hands again. I return once more to your promise. The Lord will guide me continually. You will satisfy my soul in drought. You will strengthen my bones. I will be like a watered garden. I will be like a spring whose waters do not fail. In this final moment of prayer, Father, I give you my heart. Not the version of my heart that pretends, but the real one. The weary one. The guarded one. The hopeful one. The one that wants healing. I give it to you, trusting that you will hold it safely. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. And as I step into the rest of this day, I choose to hold on to this truth. Healing is not something I force. It is something I receive. God is restoring me gently, faithfully, and deeply. When emotions feel heavy, I will return to Him. When pain feels familiar, I will trust His guidance. When hope feels fragile, I will remember that His waters do not fail. This is Blessed Daily Verses. If this prayer spoke to my heart, I will come back tomorrow to continue starting my day with God. And if I am carrying emotional pain right now, I will share my prayer request in the comments so we can pray together. Before I go, I will subscribe to the channel so I can keep receiving daily morning prayer, Christian motivation, and devotionals that help me walk in healing, peace, and renewed strength.